Hi, I'm Rachel. This is Christina, Garrett on Skype, Mark and Karen. Would you help us? Yes, I will. So you have some kids who are old enough now to accept responsibility. Or maybe your kids have just moved out and you're an empty nester. Possibly you're feeling that your house is just a bit lonely and it's time to buy a pet or two. But before you go to a local breeder, here's a little wake-up call. Don't breed and don't buy while animal shelter pets die. An article in Big Cat Rescue's most recent newspaper quotes a shelter manager saying, "Maybe if you saw the life drain from a few sad, lost, and confused eyes, you would change your mind about buying, breeding, and selling to people you don't even know." There's about a 90% chance, according to BigCatRescue.org, that a pet that you drop off at a shelter will never leave that shelter. Huffington Post lists some of the most common excuses given by people getting rid of their pets. We're moving and we just can't take her with us. Where are you moving to that doesn't allow pets? Or another common excuse, the dog got bigger than we thought it would. How big did you think a Great Dane would get? The shelter manager at Big Cat Rescue's newspaper article says that people always tell her, "We just don't want to stress about it. She'll get adopted. She's a good pet." Odds are your pet won't get adopted. From the moment your pet walks into the door, it has 72 hours to find a new family. Maybe a little bit longer if the shelter isn't full and it manages to stay completely healthy. One sniffle and it dies. The pet will be confined to a small kennel in a room with 25 other animals barking and crying. It will have to go to the bathroom where it eats and where it sleeps. It will be depressed and it will cry for the people who abandoned it. If it's lucky, there will be enough volunteers that day to bring the animal outside on a walk or give it a loving pet. If not, then the only attention that pet will receive will have food, go through the kennel door, or be washed out with a high-powered hose in order to get the waste out of the kennel. If the pet is an adult, black, part exotic, or one of the bully breeds, it was dead the moment it walked through the door. Those pets rarely get adopted. It doesn't matter how sweet or well-behaved the animal is. If it doesn't get adopted within 72 hours, it will be destroyed. Here's a little euthanasia 101 from BigCatRescue.org. First, the pet will be taken from its kennel on a leash. They always look like they think they're going on a walk, happy, tails wagging, until they get to the room. Every one of them freaks out and puts on their brakes. It must smell like death. The pet will be restrained, then a euthanasia tech or vet will begin the process. They'll find a vein in the front leg and inject a lethal dose of the pink stuff. They all don't just go to sleep. Sometimes they spasm for a while, sometimes they gasp for air, and sometimes they defecate on themselves. In the end, the pet will be stacked like firewood in a large freezer with all of the other animals killed, waiting to be picked up like garbage. What happens next? Is the animal cremated? Is the animal brought to the dumpster? It doesn't matter because you can always buy another one, right? Between 9 and 11 million animal shelter pets die every single year, and only you can stop it. Thank you.